Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my first ever PC build. So this has been a long time coming. I know I told you guys, a couple months ago, quite a while ago. I bought this PC case in December. So it's been a while. It's been a long time coming. But all the parts are here and we're finally ready to build my very first PC. This is a budget build. So hopefully, it works well. I did do benchmarks for all the parts that I have, so I know it'll run pretty well. But let's see. So first we have the B550MK motherboard, AM4 motherboard. Pretty basic motherboard for the AM4 build. Um, Nothing really special about it. I got my Ryzen 5 5500 for my CPU. Also pretty basic. Well, I'm not gonna say basic, but pretty standard motherboard. Nothing crazy. Um, I have my Thermalright fans that I grabbed. Some RGB fans. I also have 32 gigs of RAM. I was thinking of doing 16, but I had the extra money to do 32, and I heard, the more RAM, the better. So I went with 32. I also have my 1 terabyte M.2 and M.2 SSD. So that'll work out really well as well. Extra space and stuff like that. But the lucky thing about this motherboard is it comes with two M.2 slots. So if I wanted to get another M.2, I can, and I probably will in the future. Just not right now. Then I have my 600-watt power supply from Thermaltake. I didn't see any terrible reviews about it. Granted, it's not like bronze, silver, or gold rated, but it's still very well, like a really good working power supply. So this will work out really well. And then I also had to get some RGB controller because this motherboard actually doesn't come with RGB headers. So if you this motherboard, you're gonna have to buy a RGB controller because it doesn't come with RGB headers. So I needed those for the fans, so I can have the RGB for the fans. And then for the GPU, I know it says EVGA box, but it's actually not. The CPU I have, I bought it used from a friend, is actually a RX 6500 XT. So pretty budget, GPU, nothing crazy. But honestly, right, and last but not least is the case. I have this Cooler Master mini ATX case. So pretty small, budget build that I'm doing. So basically, let's just get into it. Honestly, okay. So now we're going to open up our motherboard. Mind you, this is my first impression of any of these parts. I haven't worked with any of these parts before, and I haven't seen any of these parts in person. So it really is like my first time really working with this stuff. I've just done a lot of research, so I technically know what I'm doing, but I technically don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't even close the box. That's crazy. I'm sitting here to talk about I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing, and I can't even close the box properly. To be specific, it doesn't want to close. Alright, so we have our motherboard. We're just going to go ahead and take it out of the static bag while being very careful with it. I don't know how I'm supposed to be careful with this when you have it sealed. Okay, so I'm gonna probably need some scissors. I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back with some scissors. So we're going to cut this bag open because I don't want to add too much force to the motherboard. But let's open that. And then we're going to place this on top of the box ever so gently. I can't lie to you, man, this looks sick. This is actually really dope. It looks like I have all of my stuff is good. Everything looks good. Just gonna face this towards me so I can, see what I'm doing. First things first, we're going to install our Ryzen 5 5500. I'm gonna use the scissors to open the box because I don't want to break anything. I would be quite sad. Quite upset. Quite upsetty spaghetti. Alright, so just gonna take our CPU out. Look at that, man. That's just beautiful. First time holding one of these. This is actually really cool. So, the research that I've watched, installing the CPU is fairly easy. You just kind of want to open up this latch right here. Make sure it's open all the way. And then there's going to be a little triangle on the CPU. You want to make sure that matches the triangle that's on the board. I currently do not see a triangle. Which is a little worrying. Would it be that one? Yeah, I think it's that one. That embedded one. I'm gonna grab our CPU, making sure we don't touch the pins. We're gonna check out the pins, make sure that none of them are bent or broken. Looks really good. So now I'm just putting the triangle with the triangle. It should just slide right in. It looks like it's in. Yeah, that's in. Alright, and we go ahead and lock it in place. Perfect. I'm pretty sure that's in there pretty snug. Alrighty. CPU complete. Isn't that great? That had me a little worried there because I didn't know where that triangle was for a second. I was a little wicked. Okay, so for the next part, we're gonna do our RAM sticks. RAM sticks are fairly easy. I just have to make sure to put it in the A2 and B2 slots, as I heard these are our main two slots, so I can get my dual channel for my 32 gigs of RAM. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Got two 16 gigabyte DDR4 RAM sticks. They should be good. So the only reason I went with red is because, I'm gonna be honest, they were on sale. And I feel like adding a little bit of red to my all black build would actually make it look pretty sick. So, let's try and get this out its cartridge. Should I take the sticker off? I think I'm gonna take the sticker off. Yeah, let's take the sticker off. I don't want to damage anything while trying to take this sticker off though. I'm struggling with the sticker. Okay, I got it. Nice, satisfying pull. Sticker has been taken off. I'm going to set that one to the side and open up the next one. I hope the noise isn't too loud in the background. My neighbors across the street are currently having a party, so that's fun. But now we have our other 16 gig RAM stick. Gonna take the sticker off of this one as well. Alright, this one seems to have come off so much easier than the other one. Yep. Nice pull. Perfect. Okay, so I know I have to align the slot right here into the slot of the motherboard. First putting it into the A2 slot, unclicking it, and see if it's aligned. That doesn't fit, so maybe it's not aligned. Nope, it was aligned. Okay. Okay, so nice, and then we just click it in place, applying pressure. I don't want to apply too much pressure. It sounds like the box is gonna cave in. Yeah. And then we have our other one. Align this up with its part as well. Alright, make sure it's actually in there. And we just snap into place. And we just snap into place. Perfect. I can't lie, that's a little scary because you actually have to add so much pressure. But alright, RAM sticks are done. Now we're gonna move on to our M.2 SSD that we have right here. I have a 1 terabyte. Reading speed is 3,300 megabytes per second, which I think it's decent. But I've seen M.2 SSDs that were way faster than this, so hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, so I ran out of space while I was recording me putting my M.2 SSD, but you're basically just looking for this little slot right here next to the PCIe. And I was also saying for the B550MK motherboards, you're usually gonna have a screw for your motherboard, as I've seen in posts. But for this motherboard, you have a plastic tab that will hold your M.2 SSD in place. So all you do is pull the tab out, you put the SSD in the slot, make sure the notch aligns with the slit within the SSD, and then you're just gonna put the plastic tab back into its slot, so it holds the M.2 SSD in place. But next, what we're going to do is our CPU cooler. So I will be using the stock CPU cooler that comes with the CPU. As you can tell, it already has thermal plates applied on it, so I don't need to apply it onto the CPU. And I heard for the configuration for the CPU cooler, you're only able to put it vertically, so either the logo being up against the RAM sticks, or you can put it like this with the AMD logo being away from the RAM sticks. But first, what we have to do is unscrew these clips right here. We have to take these off the board so we can fit our CPU cooler on there. Lucky having a magnetic screwdriver, so I won't lose the screws or drop them on the board. I recommend using a magnetic screwdriver as well. It makes it a lot easier for grabbing screws. Alright, so that's one. And then we're going to move this second one right over here while trying not to disturb the board. Again, I apologize if you can hear the music. Get out. Again, I apologize if you can hear the music in the background. My neighbors are currently partying while I'm trying to do this video, so that's fantastic. But yeah, boom. So that's getting taken out. Now we can put our CPU cooler on. So I'm gonna try and put this vertically. I don't know if my RAM will be in the way or not. I don't believe so. Yeah, I think that's a perfect fit. Yeah, perfect fit. My RAM is not in the way. Perfect. So now